It's better this way. It's better this way. It's better this way. Today.
Well. Monday.
Hello, happy Monday.
We have a great show for you today.
Yeah, a drug-free way to help children overcome anxiety.
Is this the
neurofeedback?
You want me to do this, don't you?
Well, I think it's cool for adults too.
All right, so we're going to take a look at that. And a little bit later, our giveaway of the day, and it involves Ann Taylor in the house. Better Connecticut, back in 2 minutes.
Yes, the fashions.
Woo! You are very excited about this.
I really like this therapy. And in this week's Kara's Cure, we're looking at the powers of neurofeedback to help children overcome anxiety and sensitivities. It's not invasive, it's drug-free, and some parents say it's a cure that they've been looking for. And I went to see a specialist who is very well known in this, and she happens to be right in West Hartford.
Love it. Take a look.
We're going to put this.
Here at Interact in West Hartford Center, practitioner Ray Tatenbaum is using neurofeedback to help 8-year-old Lydia, who struggles with being extra sensitive to noise and other stimulants. The sensors on her head show the electrical activity of her brain on the screen.
I'm personally looking at the distribution of the electrical activity, and I'm looking at whether there's more on the left and the right.
With each session, the goal is to balance her brain activity.
I like to relax and just sit and watch whatever I want.
And that's exactly what she does. As Lydia relaxes watching The King and I, the neurofeedback system is monitoring her brainwaves and gently training her brain to regulate itself through the images and sounds.
What we're doing is allowing her brain to reduce its turbulence on its own. We're not pushing the brain.
Lydia's mom, Megan, says the difference in her daughter is like night and day.
When we arrived here in Connecticut, having moved from Colorado, she, I'm sure, was picking up on all the stress and turbulence that was causing in our lives, and it really triggered this sound sensitivity, which became very intense and unmanageable. We came to Ray, and it seemed almost too good to be true that Lydia could watch The King and I and, become better and easier to live with and calmer, and it really did work.
The American Academy of Pediatrics has recommended neurofeedback for attention deficit problems, and it can be used to treat many issues.
Maybe they have attention problems, they also have anxiety problems, and they also see the world in a different way. That means that some of them are quite creative, or they're good athletes, or they are physiologically gifted. They pick up everyone's feelings and sensations, and they take that in, and to the world, they look like anxious little children.
The neurofeedback training, combined with breathing exercises, help children transform.
So that when you feel like you're feeling nervous, you know how to calm yourself down.
What I love about this type of neurofeedback is it really permits transformation. The child feels positive about coming here and feels that they can begin to see subtle changes in school, at home, in preparing for bed, in calming themselves down.
Neurofeedback is also used to help adults with a myriad of issues, including anxiety, depression, and chronic pain. To me, it just feels peaceful. And to moms like Megan, it's a relief to help her daughter without medication.
When your child is having a hard time or struggling and you don't know how to help them, and you're faced with, only medicine offered, it's so overwhelming. It's so good to know that, Lydia just needed a little bit of help calming herself down and learning these techniques and how it's going to help her through her whole life.
Ray has actually been practicing neurofeedback for 20 years, and she says a lot of the patients now are the ones who are grown, and they're bringing their own children back to teach them how to be calm. And it's really good. It's to have a lifelong skill. But
And you say adults.
adults are going too. In fact, she has a special program for performers. She deals a lot with opera singers and
I was going to say.
crazy weathermen. And no, we have the Interact, if it's something you're interested in. And insurance does cover this sometimes. You have to check it out, depending on what coverage you have. We have the Interact website linked to betterct.com.
I'm still recovering from the psychological pressure from my middle brother Rick, who's in the audience today. He used to tease me relentlessly. No,
Let it go.
I'm just kidding. A new collection at the Ann Taylor from Kate Hudson.
Yeah, and it's part of our giveaway of the day. That's next. Better Connecticut is back in 2 minutes.
Woohoo!